Okay, Coach, the playoffs are back at Lambeau, and the temps, well, they're where you would expect them in the frigid range. Just how the Cheeseheads like it here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Green Bay Packers. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready? 56. Let's go. Check safety. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Fast. He's checking. Crash.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, McCaffrey. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Newton now to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Peters. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here we go again. He's coming. We got double up. 25. Check 25.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the 42-yard line.
Ready? 56. Watch QB drop. Great. 56. Mike, 56 right there.
On second and 12, Newton. Open man is Trey Burton. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 46. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Gun. Check three.
Back to the ground. This time it's Hillman. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. Check 8. 36. Tighten up.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Good stop.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Set 180.
McCaffrey on the counter. He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
Keep playing hard. Look at it. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go.
And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal.
Check out.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. So much for being intimidated on the road in the playoffs, right? That was a pretty clinical drive right there.
Yeah, they seem to come out with the attitude of, we don't deal with pressure. We create it on the other team. Just took it right down the field and stuffed it in the end zone.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set up. 60 outlaw. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. General West. 5.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends right. Alert.
Now it's Taylor. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Bradley Chubb able to drop him for a loss of a couple. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Escapes the sack. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And not the result they were hoping for there, at least in terms of the kick team, as that'll get out of bounds at just the 35-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Third and long, it's Newton. He's got his tight end, Burton. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Slam, slam, slam. Hey!
McCaffrey running right. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Spot, spot, 8, 8. Wrong. Check three. Hey, switch gears. Crunch.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 23-yard line.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Here's McCaffrey. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll run with McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. So much talk this week on the other side about slowing him down, coming off that great performance, NFC Offensive Player of the Week last week. But long touchdown run there, nobody was stopping it.
Yeah, good luck for that, because that was an explosive run. You know, in the NFL, they describe that as any run over 10 yards. Some teams say 15. He went over 20-plus on that one.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Taylor, a dump underneath to Jones. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down.
This is where his eyes told him everything he needed to know. As a linebacker, when you're sitting at the 2nd level and you can see everything in front of you, that play just developed right in front of him, and he got there in a hurry and made a really nice play.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
23 in the mic. It's our field. It's our field.
From the shotgun, it's Taylor, and that is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looked...
And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 50, the 30, 10. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
No, check that. We want Mike 52 right here. Bring it. Ready?
Here's Taylor to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Alpha.
Now it's Taylor. And he comes back with one complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Ready.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, Charlie.
Final play of the half. It's Taylor. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now, so as you mentioned.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A gain of 3, second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Gun. Watch twins. Mike 5. Come on.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Ready. It's our time.
The first down carry here for Johnson. In on the tackle, Kamoko Toure.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
McCaffrey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down.
Check 13. Check. Gun. Watch the shot.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down.
Kill.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
No gain on the play. It's now fourth down.
Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. A loss of 2 there, second down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage would be found.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Again, it's Jones. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check, 43. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full stand.
From the gun, it's Taylor. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep. He's got a man. Complete. And all the way up to the 47-yard line. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 42 yards. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Taylor. Eluding the pressure right. He'll take a shot, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 20.
He's checking. Fires the mic.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Shit. Deuce. 8. Switch it. Come on, switch it. He's got
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. And third quarter here, you've got to lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Panthers on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Kill.
Great.
Kill. Watch twist. Check 3. Shift. Watch the shift. Hey.
20.
Shift.
Run for it. McCaffrey. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. That's sort of a prime example, is it not, of selling out defensively on 4th and short?
It certainly is, because what you're doing defensively is saying you're going to stop them right there at the line of scrimmage or make a play on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Instead, they get just enough of a hole chopped, and you're thin on the 2nd and 3rd levels. Then you become a chaser instead of a tackler.
Ready?
56, right there. 56. Push him back. 36.
Gun.
They'll run here with Hillman. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They'll run it with Johnson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up,
McCaffrey. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. They converted once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. 4th and goal.
Here we go. Check the backer.
Gun.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
8.
Check your hot read. Shoot.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Out is Myers for the Seahawk field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Myers' kick is good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Now.
Motion to the backfield.
Small.
43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check. 43. I'm going to come back to you.
Get it.
Now Taylor. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead will swell by one more. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, wow, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go. And that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
And it seems like they've been running uphill all game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On third down, Taylor. Dancing to his left. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Hey, Sam on.
Check 37. Check.
Look, squeeze.
Check 31.
Hey, foxtrot.
You got tight.
Let's go.
From midfield now, here's Taylor. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Brian Burns picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Now Taylor, this complete to Jones. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
Go now. Topper.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Go. Deep grip.
Taylor on third down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some.
One of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said,